King. Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day to the people who ain't mothers but taking care of other people's kids. So happy Mother's Day to y'all. What's up, Philly T? Happy Mother's Day to you. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here on this special day. What's up, Sally O'Malley? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great Mother's Day. And if you ain't a mother, happy Sunday. All right, this is gonna be a real short live. What's up? Happy Mother's Day to you, Diva D, and all your plethora of children. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. So what I want to say is, obviously, Happy Mother's Day. What's up? Happy Mother's Day to you, Heavy Bear. Okay, what am I talking? Oh, this is gonna be real short, y'all, because I got us to go. I got us to get ready for Mother's Day because I am a mother, just like Dimples wants to be. Oh, this is Dimple's big day. This is Dimple's big day where she got to stomp around in Timberland boots with a fresh cut fade, right? Okay, Dimples, let me tell you something, Dimples. Don't ever talk about you ran my show. You can't even run your life. You can't even run your sex. You can't even run your gender. You don't know what the hell you want to be. You can't even run proper relationships with your family. So don't ever talk about when you ran things over here. Actually, what we ran was a counseling session for you, and you sat up there and crapped in our face. We were being nothing but nice and kind to you. So reflect on that, okay? Just because you can't be a strong woman or man and handle those who confront you. Don't sit up here and take advantage of those who've been nothing but kind to you. But see, this is a day that's going to be a reflection. As you walk past all the cars and all the storefronts and the mirror and the windows and see that you can't dress up as you want to be because your family wants to accept you, that's what you need to run. A true intervention session with your family so they can truly love you for who you are so you can stop terrorizing people online and virtually or offline and virtual. Okay. Um. So let's get into it real quick. My whole thing about Bitcoin, I don't think it's the coin of the future. I'm gonna tell y'all why. If you saw my community post, I put that a couple of days ago. I bought like $10 worth of Bitcoin. Okay, you can buy fractional shares, and I wanted to see. Okay, well, let me put $10 in. Let me tell you something. That thing took a good chunk of what I put in. Like I guess in what do they call it, the settlement or whatever it is, the transactional fees or whatever. I don't know, but it took. I was like, oh hell no. So Bitcoin is a value now because it's a value, but I can understand why it's going to go obsolete. And then on top of that, it takes a while. I'm sure if you put in like big time money in, it's going to take longer and cost more. So if that's the case, and it took a minute for the whole transaction to go through, and I'm like, okay, well, when I mean a minute, I mean like it took some time for the transaction to go through, and I could be like, okay, I understand now why Bitcoin is not the future because it's too slow and it's too expensive. If I'm putting in big time money to make a transaction, and y'all gonna take as much as y'all did when I put $10 in, oh hell no. I can imagine if I put 100K or 200K in, y'all gonna take almost 30,000 of that. Oh hell no. So Bitcoin is, I don't think it's the coin of the future. They're going to go with something that's faster and that is less expensive to do a transfer with. So I don't see. I think Bitcoin is all the rage now because it's the one that I feel has the most value. But yeah, so the other thing I want to talk about real quick is Bless Walkers, you fake. Bless Walkers, you are so damn fake. And I was like, look, I was a fan of Bless. You saw I had her picture up here as a homage to her. So I'm over. Oh, hold on. They got the referral link, so I can't really see what you said. You said SK. What? I did the same thing with Bitcoin. What you mean you did the same thing with Bitcoin? What you mean you did the same thing? What's the same thing? Let me know. But Bless, you so fake. I'm over there in Lady Nika's chat, and she out there like trying to slick shade. Like Bless is out there trying to slick shade me in the chat, and I'm like, no, she ain't. I'm like, this woman. Ooh, so you still with the follower mentality, Bless, huh? You still with the follow mentality. You out here 89 years old and gonna sit up here and try to put on a good front for Nika. But then on top of that, I was so disappointed and blessed yesterday. What you said? That a small amount of money. Hold on. What's that? Let me brighten this up a little bit. Hold on. Y'all bear with me, y'all, because I'm on this. I'm on. Oh Lord, what did that done did? What did that done did? What did that did? What did that did? Okay, hold on. It's for a small amount of money to see its progression. Yeah, I did a small amount of money because I'm like, well, you never know because Bitcoin, if you've been following it, is going back up. Now I know y'all saw Trump and he said to buy. Okay, I do believe him to buy, but I still feel there's going to be a major drop. There's still going to be a major drop when July. What is it? June, July. So I feel towards the end of June. Definitely in July, once these reports start coming out about the job rate, I feel there's going to be a decline. Now, it's going to. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the game plan. Game plan is get a deal with China. Stock's going to go up. Once the data hits, whenever it hits, I don't know when it hits. Probably like I said, June, July. That's when you're going to see things start to torpedo down, and the stock price, the government, not the government, sorry, the economy go down once again. Because you got to remember, we had all these problems before Trump even came with his whole tariff plan. Y'all got to understand, he's still keeping 10% tariff on there. There was no mention of no 10% tariff prior to him going there. So if it's 10% tariff, it's still going to things will get more expensive for us, okay? Or it's going to get more expensive just to do business in general. And then on top of that, y'all got to think about all them boats and stuff. When he put that tariff on, people canceled a lot of contracts and all that stuff. So we still going to deal with rising inflation because what? Even when them boats didn't still come in, they're gonna leave. That's a period in time where the shelves are gonna be empty, and they said that's gonna be towards what month we in? Towards the end of this month, early June. So y'all prepare for that. So inflation gonna go up, and then the interest rate is still high. He ain't cutting the interest rate until he sees that the unemployment number is rising, which is a damn shame. Because he's like, y'all gotta lose some jobs first before I cut this. And then they said, oh, the economy's going so strong. Yeah, the economy's going strong, but once businesses can't do no business as they used to, imagine if you had $100 million budget, and he said 10% tariffs. Now you got to take 10% of 100 million, which is 10 million. Now allocate that towards tariff costs. They either gonna pass that on to the consumer, or they gonna them themselves gonna eat it. It's crazy. All right, let me see. I invested a small amount. Let me see. I invested a small amount to see the progression. It hasn't really gone anywhere. Well, this is the thing. If you invest a small amount, you in these situations you get more bang for your buck. I feel personally, if you invest in something that has a smaller, like $2, and you see it, then you can see it really grow, rather than something that's 100,000 like Bitcoin. I honestly feel you're not going to see that much because you're not really buying that great of a percentage in it. But when you put in a small amount, you're hoping that Bitcoin in 10 years from now is $500,000. Then you may see a significant return. It's all about what you want to do. You put the money. They say, well, if you would have went into Bitcoin, put $100 in 10 years ago, then you would have had this much. So if you put a small amount in today, it's really for, a greater investment years from now. You know what I mean? So, but if you put $100 into something that's a dollar now, and that may grow, listen. I'm telling y'all this. I think there's going to be a major movement towards cryptocurrency while Donald Trump is in office. Let me say that again. While he's in office, they're preparing legislation right now to push that stuff through. In June or something, ISO 20022 comes online, and that's where all like certain cryptocurrencies have this language that they're going to be able to speak with the banks and all that. They were supposed to do it in March, but the bank said they weren't ready, so they pushed it to June. They may come again and say they ain't ready again. But they're doing a lot of stuff legally in the financial system. So that's why I'm becoming more of a strong believer, because if he's pushing legislation through, then the writing's on the wall. Now, you could be late to the party, you could be early to the party, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing, and they got to do it in the public because this stuff is public document. It's public stuff. It's dealing with the government. So y'all look into that. What do they push through? Recently the Democrats didn't sign off on some bill, but that, as you know, they start buying off the Democrats, and then they'll start getting pushed through what they want to push through. Then I also told y'all, look at what the Trump family is doing. Whole bunch of stuff. This man just had a dinner for his Trump coin and said the 25 most, what do you call them? Largest holders of his Trump coin can was invited to a dinner with him. So they're doing a lot of stuff in the crypto space. They talking with each other. They sharing ideas. They telling how they gonna move. It's just whether or not you're gonna be part of the party. Now I'm gonna tell you one thing: be careful of the meme coins. You're gonna hear about people putting in. I heard something on social media. A man put in $1, and then he got a return of 1.7 million. Y'all be careful of that, because the question is, he got that, but could he get it out in time? Because on them different exchanges, they play a lot of different games where you can't. They won't allow you to get your money, or it takes forever to process to get your money, and by the time you get your money, the prices decline. So just be careful of those shenanigans. What's up, Huggy? What you saying? They sleeping. Y'all better pay attention. This term is profitable. Like I said, Huggy, before, I said you ain't got to like the man, but I said you can better benefit. I said you can benefit from what he doing. You can benefit from what he doing, or you can stay broke and hate. It's up to you. It's your choice. You can stay by your principles and stay broke, or you can still stand by your principles and profit at the same time. So that's what I say. But Dimples is still mad at me because of you, Huggy. Happy Baby Mama's Day to all the baby mamas. Yeah, and all to the grandmamas that are taking care of the mamas of their daughters. All right. So that's that regarding that. So like I said, I'm a big believer in what crypto's doing. Is just to identify which one that you think is going to do. There are certain ones that, if you connect the dots, have been pre-selected. Look at those who donated heavy amounts of crypto or money to Trump. That could be maybe your gateway into understanding stuff. But if they're putting legislation behind it, and they're moving quick, you've only been in office for 4 months, 5 months, so they definitely got plenty of time to get done what they want it done. It's not like they're doing this on year two. So we should wait if that no tax overtime process. I can't wait. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good for businesses too, because the businesses be like, well, we don't want to pay double overtime and all that. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. All right, the other thing we want to talk about is Blessed. You faking phony, trying to show up for Nika. Nika says she ain't really giving King Roman that smoke because she feel like King Roman is picking and poking at her, and she feels like if she wanted to, she could make it shake, but she ain't got time for that little boy over there and all that. Like she said, she really think that King Roman loves her and is trying to get attention that maybe he didn't get from his mama. That's what she was pretty much saying over there on his grandmama. So she gonna keep paying him dust. Now everybody's asking, why is she doing verticals when everybody can see up to her cranium, up to her nostrils? up to all the damn follicles in her nose and also all the wrinkles in her brain. They're like, she need to change that damn angle because her nose is too damn big for that. Well, not big. Her nostrils are too damn big for that angle. And I agree because I was like, damn, is that the black tunnel? Ooh, child, she's really showing them nostrils. She was saying that she's gonna create some studio in her room or her house, and people like, child, what? So they kind of was thinking that she was kind of begging, I guess, for stuff again. But anyway, the next thing I want to talk about is what else? Briana been going crazy on everybody. Briana been going crazy on Rodney. Been going crazy on Ness, Heidi. So she's on a rampage and everything, going after everybody and anybody. So it seems to be a lot of people are mad at Ness for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I guess they go really throw it to her this Mother's Day because they're gonna say she don't even have her own son on Mother's Day. Blah 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 blah. What's the other thing we'll talk about? It was something else I wanted to talk. Oh, Jay Wilson, child. Jay Wilson, you the worst reviewer ever. Okay. First of all, there was one point when in case you didn't know, somebody's paying Jay Wilson to bite some, I mean, to eat some, I don't know, to review some damn cookies. Okay, at least they found something that he loved to do, which is eat and stuff his face. So while he was reviewing the cookie, he sat up there and took a chunk out of it. I thought the motherfucker was gonna sit up here and throw it up because he took a piece or bite out of the cookie, then immediately grabbed the napkin and held it to his face long enough. Normally, if you're gonna wipe your mouth, you're gonna do it quickly. But the way in which he did it was like he was timing himself to throw up. I was like, what in the hell is this dude doing? I wouldn't want him to review nothing. And then he gonna say, you know the good things about this cookie is that it's not too much sugar. I was like, what? So yeah, it was like he was trying to throw up or something. I don't know, but that person who paid him, I don't know. And then then he throwing God, he playing with God. He said in the name of Jesus and all this. I was like, Jay Wilson, you playing too much. You playing too much with God, and now you bringing that person who paid you for promotion into it. I was like, that's crazy. Now, the last part before I gotta go is I want to talk about how damn Briana dragged Kimmy. Kimmy, you gonna have to bring you and your Tiger Woods cap out here and respond to that shit because that clip that I got sent to me. Thank you to the person who sent me the clip. You got dragged, okay? You got dragged. That whole drag picture of me, picture you on asphalt getting tossed all the way around because you got dragged, okay? Dragged. Brianna done said you when you went to go take her to get her bins that you got yours from Carvana and the lady when the representative whoever was selling the bins or whatever to Brianna was repulsed. They said the cars from Carvana are swamp cars or water cars. She said you jealous because anytime anybody got a baby or a husband, you get instantly jealous. You are just a jealous, wicked soul. She said, I was like, ooh, baby, honey. So yeah, so are you gonna respond? Because we know, a lot of people said less. So we need you and your Tiger Woods camp to come back out here and say something to that girl, because that girl is running rampant. I don't think nobody said I do to her, and she ain't got no baby either. So how in the world is she able to talk about Kimmy? I ain't sticking up for Kimmy. I'm just doing an analysis of the details. But how is she able to color Kimmy when Kimmy is? I mean, Brianna, you ain't got. Oh well, you do got babies. You got 8 of them that ain't yours, but still, you ain't got no ring on it. So I'm like, this is very odd, but very interesting. But you got to remember, Bree, you looked up to Kimmy. You selected her as your mentor because you thought you could learn a lot from her. So I'm just saying. But anyway, well, let me read your comments and then I got to go. So let me see what y'all said. Hold on. Don't forget. Oh yeah, don't forget to tip the host. $ start kicked out. It'll be tremendously appreciated. Um, no, KRE doesn't like her. And she's asking for help with home improvement, and it's her house, not the subscriber. I don't care what people ask for. I mean, okay, if it's her house, then why she asking us? Yes, I don't care. You don't like her. They don't like each other. So anyway, but thank you for your informative sharing of the facts. I appreciate that, lovely one. All right, with that being said, I got to start Mother's Day for all the plethora of women I have in my life. I got about 12 kids that I got to take care of. So one of them I haven't seen in about 6 years, so I gotta reintroduce myself. But anyway, I'll see y'all later. If y'all want to, feel free to send a gesture to $sign King Crown. Make it a great day. Every day is a gift, especially in this world. You don't know what's gonna happen day to day, so cherish each day. Like I said, you don't know what's gonna happen day to day. And with that being said, I'm out of here. Take care, y'all. Have a good one, and remember to be the change you want to see in the world, in the world, in the world, in the world. All right. Bye, y'all. And happy Mother's Day to all my moderators and all my supporters. I appreciate y'all. Okay? Because without y'all, there will be no Sir King. Bye, y'all.
Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.